Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is my Rolling Style 5-pan project pan finale video. I can't believe we are here again at the end of a year and at the end of a project pan project. It is crazy how fast time is flying. I don't know about all of you, but I feel like this last year has been an absolute blur, and I can't believe that 2026 is almost upon us. Like, it will be here in this week. I know that like as an adult, time moves so much faster, but I really just like can't believe that we're here again. And I'm filming another finale video, but I am very excited to kind of talk through everything with you today. Game plan is to give you an update on the 5 products that I've been working on for the last month or so. Unfortunately, no new empties there. And then talk about all of the products that I finished this year in this project and kind of what I'm thinking about for next year. Real quick though, I do like to just explain this project for anyone who might not be familiar or need a little reminder. At the beginning of the year, I rolled in 5 products to work on in this project, and my goal is to work on those products until I completely empty them. And once I have an empty, I roll another new product in its place, and usually it's something from my planning to pan list. I already filmed my planning to pan video for 2026. I posted that back in November, so definitely check that out if you haven't. That'll give you a sense of like what I'm looking to pan come the new year. Let's go ahead and talk about the products that I used this past month. Starting first with my Marc Jacobs bronzer. This one has been a long haul product for me this past year. I rolled this product into my project at the beginning of the year with a little spot of pan on it. I was really excited because I hit pan at the very end of last year, and I was fully confident that we were gonna finish it this year. Obviously that did not happen, although this is the only bronzer I used in my entire collection the whole year. There's a ton of product left in here. This is certainly one that is an amazing ROI in terms of how much product you get in here and how long it lasts. It's 25 grams of product, which is just way more than you see in a typical bronzer. And so really have enjoyed using this all year. It's worked when I'm tan in the summer and when I'm looking like I am right now. It's just been very versatile for me. And I used this one another 16 times this month, and I'm just really happy with how it looks. It's obviously very well loved. I do have a goal next year to pan it again, with the hope of actually finishing it. And I have been like thinking about a lot of like, am I gonna roll this in January, which I think is probably my smartest move when it comes to panning this product, because there's clearly a ton of product left in here still, and starting at the beginning of the year is probably like my best bet if I actually wanna finish it. But I also know that I could use a little bit of a break from it. So I'm not 100% sure on which is gonna win out. All in all, super happy to have worked on it this last year, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Next is my Tarte C Hydroflex Serum Foundation. I also used this one 16 times this month, and I really thought that I was going to finish it up. I obviously have not. There is still product in the bottom of this. I can feel it, but I don't think that there is a ton. But this is something that's just going to, again, stick around into next year, and hopefully next year I can get this one finished up. I thought I was actually going to pan this earlier than I did, but I ended up working on a foundation for most of the year and then just kind of pulled this back into this project towards the end of this year. But I do think this one, no matter when I kind of roll it into my project next year, will probably be a pretty quick finish. A month or 2 is my guess. Next is my Merit blush. I used this one 14 times. I'm now definitely flush with the packaging, or even a little bit dipped down into it. And I am hoping that this product doesn't go super deep into the packaging so I could see how far I am from pan, but I actually have no idea. Every product that I'm talking about today at some point will be rolled into next year. At least that's the goal, because they are all on my planning to pan list. This one I'm just so curious about though, because I just don't have a sense of like when I'll hit pan or how much product is left in here, but I've absolutely loved using this blush. That's actually why it's in this project right now. I had never really had any intention of panning this year, but I just really loved using it in my Shop My Stash project pan. And so in July, when I did my like refresh of my planning to pan, I decided to pull this one in because it had been so enjoyable to use. And so this one's just been fun to work with and use because I like it so much. and that always helps. When you're looking to pan something, it definitely keeps things motivating and a little bit more interesting. My Urban Decay Afterglow highlight in the shade Sin, and I used this one 14 times. The goal on this one was just to expand the pan because I do want to finish this one up next year. I don't think I've ever finished a highlight, so definitely a big goal of mine. It might be the only other powder product I have on my list besides my bronzer for next year to finish, so I'm excited about that. I definitely do think I increased the pan a little bit and got some good usage on this. I think this is gonna be a tough one to finish up in a year. And then last update is my Clinique Black Honey lipstick. I used this one 8 times this past month and I've really enjoyed using it. It's just super easy to wear because you can layer it to get a little bit deeper of a look, or you can just put it on really lightly and you just get like this little bit of flush of color, but it also moisturizes the lips and gives a little shine. So I just like how versatile it is, and it's been fun to kind of experiment with this past month. Definitely excited about panning this one next year too. I've panned lipsticks in the past and they've taken a very long time, but this one I feel like will be a bit easier, and I know a few of you had left comments on one of my videos where I mentioned that I wanted to pan this one, saying that it actually didn't take you too long. Gave me some inspiration knowing that some of you have already panned this and it wasn't too difficult. Okay, so that's where everything currently stands in terms of this year's project pan, and really I can say that group of products as they are today is over in terms of project panning. Like I mentioned, I do want to finish all of them next year. I don't think they'll ever be in a project pan, just the 5 of them together. I'm definitely going to have a new project pan starting at the beginning of next year, and it's going to be a new set of products. I mean, maybe there'll be 1 or 2 of these. It's not going to be a straight rollover into 2026. Let's go ahead and talk about the products that I've finished in this project. Just a little plug, I am going to be doing my makeup empties video, which all of these products will be featured in, and in that video I compare the cost of all the products that I've emptied compared to years past, as well as the cost of all the products that I've bought this year. So I always think that's a really interesting video, really interesting comparisons. So I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about these products, but I do wanna hit on them nonetheless in no particular order. I actually think I'm just gonna kind of group them together. Oh, but before I do that, I do think it is pretty cool. I finished 9 products this year. Last year I finished 8, and the year before that in 2023 I finished 7. So super excited that I've continued to finish more products. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep that streak going next year, but definitely proud that I've hit 9 empties this year. Okay, starting first with setting sprays, I finished 2 this year. The first being the Urban Decay All Nighter, not something that I'm gonna repurchase. And then also the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, something I definitely will repurchase. I love this one. The foundation that I had mentioned earlier was the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This one I loved while I was panning it. I thought it was a really great foundation. I really liked how it looked. It wasn't too cakey. It gave me a really natural finish, which is my preference. So I was really happy to have it in this project and really happy to be able to finish it up. I finished 2 powder products. The first is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in the shade Baby Love. This was the oldest blush in my collection. Last year I finished the oldest blush in my collection. This was the next oldest, and now I've finished this one up. I was a little hesitant about this one when I first rolled it in because I had a little bit of hard pan and I was worried that it wasn't gonna perform. But once I got that hard panned off, I thought it performed amazingly well considering how old it was. And then I also finished up my Kosas Cloud Set Setting Powder. Really like the natural finish, which I felt like it gave, so really happy to have used this one. I also finished 3 lip products. This first is this EOS chapstick. Oh, I have another one because I think it came in a 2-pack. And I was really happy to be able to get this one finished up. I've been slowly working through my other one, not as a part of any project, but just to move it out of my collection. And then I finished 2 lip glosses. Well, technically this is a lip oil, but I think of these both as lip glosses. The first is this Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. This is like the Fenty Fussy dupe, which I finished Fenty Fussy last year. And I really enjoyed using this gloss. I thought it was really pretty. And then I also finished the NYX Fat Lip Drip Oil, which I thought was also really pretty. This had a bit of a tint to it. I really didn't feel like it was a lip oil. I definitely more thought of it as a lip gloss, but I loved using this. I loved the scent of it. I just liked being able to apply it on its own or over lip liner or lipstick. I thought it was really versatile. And then last but certainly not least, is the product that I am most proud of being empty, and that, of course, is my Avon eyeliner. This is how tiny it is, and it is officially empty because the little pencil part fell out when I was trying to sharpen it, and I can just officially say that this is as empty as it can be. I am so happy about that. This was definitely the oldest product in my collection. It's been in a variety of projects over the years, and super happy to have finally gotten the empty on it. I know when I did, so many of you were just as happy for me as you probably were for yourselves to not have to hear me really harp on this every week again. So really excited about all of these empties, and I'm really excited about kicking off my 2026 project. I have not actually selected the 5 products that I'm gonna be working on yet. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a game time decision, so I'm actually very much looking forward to figuring out what that's gonna look like. I thank all of you for sticking around on this year's panning journey. I hope you enjoyed this series and getting to tune in every month and see the progress that I've made. I've really enjoyed filming it for all of you and commenting back to you, and just being able to have this small little community on the internet that we have. And I really appreciate all of you for sticking around and just being so kind, and thank you so much. I am so excited for 2026. I hope you are too, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.